Hi. I recently read a book by Osho. In fact, it was my first book by Osho. It's called Awareness, um, and I feel it has touched a chord with me. I become a fan of Osho. I didn't know a lot about his teachings, what he guided to, but there were a lot of talks behind it. Right, he's a controversial figure, I would say, for most of us, and there has been reasons for that because he had a lot of foreign followers and what they did, right? But irrespective of that, I got interested into Osho, and then someone recommended me that this should be a first book if you want to read more about Osho, and I think he was uh, he was someone who had a very visionary look at things, right? I think he was advanced for his times, right? So 90s or 80s when he was there. When you read his book Awareness, I think you will get a sense. So basically, his book Awareness, what he talks about is being there, present in the moment, right? You should know what your limbs are doing at any moment. Are we aware that we are tapping our feet on the ground? Are we even aware of that, right? Because people unconsciously are doing that. So what he's basically referring in that book is that we should always see uh, death as there, right? Knocking on the door, right? And when we are aware and we are more conscious, we are more aware of the surrounding, the noises, the things happening around us. He's given some very good examples around, right? And we have an eye on death. We are really alive, is what he says, right? We should not fear death, and we should live every moment in that, in and not think about past too much. I think past is something for the dead people, he mentions, and then future is something that we have no control. So be in the present. He has given some tips like meditation and just focusing on your breath. I think a lot of thinkers just want you to focus on your breath. Do nothing, no mantras, chants, right? Because then mind is involved. I think he has alluded to a lot of points that whenever you think, you are not in the present moment, right? And when your mind is not there, right, you're just focusing on what you're doing at that moment, like taking a bath, right? Just saying, when you're taking bath, you're just focusing on taking bath. When you're brushing your teeth, just focusing on brushing your teeth. When you are eating food, you're just focusing on eating in that moment and not thinking about past, what happened, or about future, right? Because the present is that become present. Any present moment becomes past really quick, right? Within a split second, right? So just having that view of the present will make you more alive, as per him, right? Will give you a lot of satisfaction, happiness, which you have never felt before in your life. So I think that's a key message in that book. I've been trying to practice it and being aware, more aware in each every moment, having some checkpoints in my day and just feeling what I'm going through. I'm taking few deep breaths, helping me to get into the present moment. It really brings you centered, right? So I think we should always feel centered in ourselves, not being outward looking. Observe yourself, what you're doing. Uh, Thank you. That's a key message from that book.